Live.
Welcome, everyone, to the first live stream of the Lighting Controls podcast here at Light Fair 2023. We're your hosts, Webster Marsh and Ron Kuzma.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? It's really fun to be here. This is the first time that Webster and I are actually recording together in person, which is kind of fun. Even though we live in the same area, this is the first time we've ever been together, so this is fun. We have Mick Wong with us, and we've got Tony and Blaine, and you guys are going to go over some information and also go over some projects with us.
Right on.
So why don't you guys sort of jump in, and we'll go from there.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Webster and Ron. Thank you. I'm feeling a bit starstruck here. I'm a big fan of the podcast, so I really appreciate you having us on.
Well, thank you for joining us, and also thank you for being a sponsor of
Absolutely.
of the podcast.
Giving you guys
Really,
we're honored.
It's been
We're honored.
fantastic.
Great. So my name is Blaine Gettle. I'm one of the executive VPs at Mick Wong. Been with the company 25 years.
Wow.
Mick Wong next year will be celebrating 40 years in business.
Wow.
And a lot has changed in those 40 years, as you could imagine. We're really excited. We have just, with our focus on controls over the last 5 years or so, we've become the most winning, Bluetooth lighting controls product offering company. So we're really excited. And we just heard this morning that year we've won the Star Award from LEDs Magazine.
Wow.
nice.
Used to be the Sapphire Award, so
Nice.
we're really excited about that, and that's on top of last year's Light Fair Technical Innovation Award. So we're thrilled, and hats off to our team.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, congratulations. I mean, that really says a lot about your products because, it's hard.
Thank you.
It's a hard industry. There's a lot out there.
Absolutely.
out there.
I mean, absolutely. Just so many competitors we really admire. So it's a tough space. I think Mick Wong, folks who have worked with us over the past couple of decades have always known Mick Wong as a U.S.-based company with a very strong China manufacturing location. And I think what's exciting also over the last 5 years, Mick Wong's undergone major diversification across Asia and significant diversification here in North America as well. And so, the pandemic for us had a silver lining. As challenging as it was, people became very adept at working remotely.
Yep.
And so that's enabled us to build a world-class team. Besides our headquarters in Sacramento, we've got folks in San Francisco and San Diego, and outside of California from Oregon to Indiana and Florida to Michigan. So, I'm so proud of our team and just really, really honored to be a part of it.
Well, and that really bolsters your position because that's one of the things that Ron and I really talk about in our podcast is getting local support, getting people involved
Right.
who you can call them and they'll be there for you.
Absolutely. That I think has been the single greatest, factor in success over the years is being committed to our customer success and being there to offer the support. So yeah, and speaking of Michigan, I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about some real world applications for some of our products.
Sure. But we do invest heavily in training our customers. That goes from our OEM right to the installer. It's been a big part of our success.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we'll provide design support, commissioning support, and so on. And we'll do that either remotely or even on site.
Nice.
So we have a real broad range portfolio of projects. We do outdoor, we do indoor, and combined indoor-outdoor. I'll share one of those projects with you. And parking decks is kind of an area where we have an expertise in as well.
Yeah, I mean, so you run the gamut.
Indeed. I think we've probably covered the full spectrum.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, an outdoor project that we've done in Pennsylvania is a large office, professional office park. It's 133 acres, so pretty large
Wow.
site.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 parking lots, pad road, the ring road lounging because that's linear. That's really not so conducive for mesh. Right?
Yeah.
You can't build a grid, but we've added range extenders, which really provides a good completeness rate for us and connectivity with our Bluetooth signal.
Sure.
That project typically mainly uses an astronomical clock and motion sensing. And we also have incorporated with it a gateways, I should say, there are several, so that they can have remote access and energy data. So that's our.
So I mean, you've
actual
got
project.
11 parking lots here. You've got a linear stretch of road. You've
Right.
got range extenders to make sure that that mesh network is shored up. How long did that take to design?
Well, the design wasn't difficult. It was more the implementation.
That's right.
and we had to learn a few things
Right.
on the way too.
Sure.
Seasons change and foliage changes.
I
Yep.
was just going to
Yep.
add that.
That was an early learning.
That was
How much
process.
did that affect the foliage, affect the Bluetooth?
dramatically.
Really?
Wow.
That's why we added the range extenders. We initially did not
Interesting.
have them. We were looking pretty good. We were able to control everything reasonably well. And then we started to see
winter.
some zones that just weren't communicating.
Ah.
And so we added our range extenders to compensate. And that's
Nice.
because the foliage
Well, again,
is heavier.
more
Springtime.
argument to what you guys are doing to support the project after the fact. I mean,
Yes.
ongoing support is essential with lighting controls.
Yeah, we get calls in the day and at night, so always available. I shared some indoor projects with you as well. We do tennis and sports facilities, soccer fields, office space, classrooms, manufacturing and warehousing. But what I wanted to share with you is a 9-story building that we've done in downtown Minneapolis. So you've got nine stories. You've got different zone requirements, different schedules, different control strategies, and even within a floor, because you have multiple tenants even on one floor. But again, that was daylight harvesting we incorporated, and motion sensing, and some remote switches as well, some wireless switches. There again, we've added a gateway so that they can have remote access and the energy data. So that was a pretty large. We think the largest Bluetooth mesh project with over 4,000 nodes.
Wow.
That's pretty sizable.
And so, how many gateways were involved in that?
Actually, not as many as you think.
Really?
We had 4.
You had 4 gateways for that.
Yep.
How much
4.
square footage was that?
I don't know the
Oh,
exact
then
answer.
fair enough.
9 stories. I've been in it.
But
I'd
yeah,
be
so I mean,
guessing.
9 stories, 4 gateways. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal.
That was a pretty nice project. And worked very closely with one of the ESCOs that were local. Other projects that we've done too were combined indoor-outdoor. This one I'm working right now in Michigan. That one is a large sports center. It has 3 indoor soccer fields in all their corporate offices, restaurants, so on, facilities manager's office. Then we have to communicate to the outside and control 110 sports lights on baseball diamonds, then go back indoors into a connector building that manages the lights for 2 soccer domes and the parking lots around the perimeter. And the owners and managers wanted to be able to access any part of this area with their phone or their app and remotely. So that was
that sounds like a
significant
challenge.
undertaking, but having
So
some great success.
When do you anticipate that to be completed?
It's actually being installed now, so probably within 30 days we should have it wrapped up.
Looks like it would be a good case study to talk
Indeed.
about.
We'll be right.
Well, maybe we'll have you back on when you're done with it.
All right. That'd be a great one. Yeah, one more I'll mention too, if I may, is our parking decks. We kind of have expertise in that area as well. We work with architects, we work with engineering firms, we work with the installers and so on, cities and property owners. And in that, the top deck is typically photocell, then occupancy sensing on the other layers, other decks, deck layers. And we also incorporated JP Morgan Chase daylight harvesting because of that inbound lighting that we were able to capture. So we had zoning and zone linking on that facility. And then we have one more unique feature that we also incorporate, and that is a reverse photocell, as we dub it. So at entrances and at entrance and exit, we have the lights actually brighter when it's brighter out. Kind of you do it in a long tunnel. You don't want your eyes to have such a rapid transition. Sorry, it's falling on my head.
Oh, no worries.
Rapid transition, and this way it's a little easier on your eyes when you enter into the exit.
I think we're losing you. Do you mind just picking your mic up a little bit?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
There we go.
So when you enter and exit the deck, it's not so abrupt. You
Got it.
can transition with your eyes.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, because that basically aligns with like tunnel lighting. You know,
Exactly.
you want to make sure
Same
that
theory.
people's eyes adjust as they transition from a brighter or darker space.
Absolutely, yeah. And that, I mean, I think that speaks to these projects that Tony lays out, speaks to the breadth of what you can do with Bluetooth mesh.
Yeah.
The flexibility and the indoor, outdoor, back indoor again, and it, it's I think the more we learn, the more we realize the capabilities and what we can do with it, and we're just beginning to scratch the surface of non-lighting benefits also, which there's been a lot of talk about, and I think people now start to roll their eyes when they hear that. But I think now they're finally saying, hey, wait a minute, we can start to realize some of these benefits. So so hopefully over the next 6 months or so, we'll have case studies that we can
That'd be
speak
awesome
to on that as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think as it goes for what you're talking about, you basically are taking the whole pie and doing everything for the lighting controls, unlike other systems that may say, oh, well, we only do interior or we only do exterior.
Right.
You don't need integration because it's already connecting everything.
And we're incorporating using the API data to tie into BMS as well, to building management systems. We did the University of Guatemala, where we tied it into Schneider's building management system as well. That was a nice.
And so you did the API tie-in with that.
We used BACnet.
You use BACnet, so
that's right.
and then you just expose the points on your system to the BACnet system.
Exactly.
Did you work with a systems integrator then?
We did. In Pelsa in Guatemala.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, I think that's the next step with lighting controls. We're seeing a lot of integration with BMS nowadays.
Indeed, I think that's going to be a continuing requirement, especially when it comes to doing large facilities. Universities, municipalities, they're going to want to sit and have a dashboard with all that data available.
Yeah.
The dashboard data is going to be a big thing for everybody, right?
And
that's one of the things that we've been discussing is whoever gets there first with the most elegant dashboard for all of the devices and all the sensors is going to end up taking a big piece of the pie.
tied into that.
Absolutely, exactly.
That's right.
Sure.
We were working hard on that.
We're on that mission.
Love it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. That was very great.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, there's awesome stuff that you guys are coming out with. I'm looking forward to seeing those case studies. I mean, it sounds like you guys are just trying to stay on the cutting edge of everything right now, which is great.
Great. Well, thank you for having us. Keep up the great work on the podcast. We really enjoy it. So,
well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And anybody want to check out their product, go to mcwonginc.com. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.